Okay, so we'll work on some punching exercises here. So I form a fist. Now, with the direction of my fist, these two bones from my knuckles to my wrist have to align to the force. So if I'm hitting this way, if I was to hit that way, I'd break my wrist. But I can safely hit into there if that line is straight. So the last two joints between the knuckle and the wrist are the most important when you're generating your alignment. Now, I look at my partner's feet and this big tendon across there. I want to make that tendon pop as I push it down. So there's a movement of his tendon. I'm rolling the wrist and just touching his root. Once I've established that connection, the feeling of that connection, he presses in towards my feet and I roll underneath his feet. So I'm rolling this joint, this joint, this joint, and I just roll and stretch. So the feeling of stretching in my body is the same feeling as I stretch through his body and lever myself underneath. So I'm even rolling my ankle and knee as I roll my wrist and elbow to come under. Once I've established that it's all about the rotation and grounding out his force and levering underneath through the rotation and the stretch, then I get my partner to feed in a bit more. And you can choose any stance you want, whichever one you want to use. This hand is super important. Now, if I don't use that and he gives me too strong of a feed, it's going to put too much stress on my shoulder. So by touching here, I'm stabilizing a ring, and that balances the forces of my rotator cuffs and my shoulder and gives me a nice, safe feeling of when I ground his force out and practice the punch. As you develop this, avoid any throwing your body weight forward. All you're doing is grounding out and rolling. In application, you just punch the person. However you punch them doesn't matter. Your body's strong, connected, and grounded, and bang, and it's done. In training, you don't want to throw your weight. You don't want to throw any momentum. All you want is to ground out, roll, and sink to the ground while you're stretching through your partner and levering underneath them through your stretch. So the biotensegrity of my body is levering itself under the biotensegrity of his body and stretching through. As a feeder, he's pressing down to the feet and transferring his weight onto my punch so that I can strengthen my line of force. So this basic way of developing punching power works incredibly well. It's a very strong, even line, so people will pick this up very, very quickly. All they do is have to relax, stretch down and stretch out and under, roll the joints under, creating the right levers, and they'll find success very quickly. Okay, thank you. Let's train.
TheMarshallMan.com